Hey guys, hope you're all well. Welcome to a new vlog of mine. This vlog is all about coaching, more specifically real estate coaching, and whether you as an agent need a coach, and if you know what the advantages are, what the benefits are of having a coach, and what exactly does it entail having a real estate coach. If you look in the US, for example, in the US, real estate coaches are quite popular. A lot of agents work with real estate coaches. Now this is not limited to just new agents as well. This could be agents that are experienced in the market as well, who just need someone to hold themselves accountable for, or just agents who just want to really improve on their business, on their numbers as well. So I just wanted to touch up on a few things. Ultimately, the most effective agents are the ones that are constantly learning new techniques to improve their productivity, their sales. You know, a lot of them will be going to conferences, going to networking events, team training, even on the job training itself. But what a real estate coach does, which is a little bit different, it's just another way for agents to basically grow their business and stay up to date with the industry's tools and processes by having someone there that you regularly meet, discuss the deals you're working on, discuss strategy and discuss so forth, just so you as an agent have a set goal and you have a strategy in place, what you're working towards as well. The thing to remember is how you choose a real estate coach is dependent on you, depends on your personality, depends on your unique needs. Not every real estate coach is going to be relevant. I personally coach a number of agents myself, which is the reason I'm doing the video. Some are newer agents, some are slightly older, but you know, it's more for the accountability element of it as well. So what do these coaching sessions entail? So generally these are one-to-one sessions. Number of things that you will discuss with your coach. Firstly would be, one of the things that most people want to know is how we can lead generate, how we can prospect for leads, and how we can have the correct marketing techniques in place. So all these comes together. You know, the marketing element of it fits in very well with the lead generation element of it as well, and then the prospecting. So it all comes under one banner. So this is something your coach would, you know, discuss ideas, strategies with you to see which ones work for you and which ones you can implement as well. One thing I've always done, which I have found quite rare actually in Dubai, a lot of agents don't do it, is client follow-up. So this is something I always advise as well. I mean, if you've been here 5, 10, 15 years, if you don't have all those clients in some form of database, then honestly, what are you doing with those clients? Because sometimes clients, they don't want to buy now. They might want to buy later, or they want to put things on hold. So how are you getting these clients? How are you putting them in a database? And then how are you repeatedly contacting them, you know, via email, social media, WhatsApp, and so forth. So that's another thing a coach would do, would strategize with you how you can put a database in place. You know, whether you use specific softwares for that, or you can use your own CRM system at work as well. So that's another thing a coach would help and assist you with. One last thing to mention is they can also assist you with building and structuring the business itself. Ultimately, we're all self-employed in real estate. It is your own business. Your mindset needs to be of one that it is your own business. Sometimes agents, I think it's too much of an employer-employee relationship with the brokers that they work with, and it shouldn't be like that, because you are self-employed, you are your own business, you are your own brand at the end of the day. And I think this is where a coach can really add value by really structuring with you how your business should be operating. You know, how much money you need to be setting aside for your marketing, for example, how much time you need to be spending on this, on that. So that's one big advantage of having a coach that can actually strategize and put everything for you in terms of goals and so forth. One last thing to touch upon as well is the luxury segment. So there's agents who are new to the market, agents that are been in the market in brokerage but want to break into the luxury segment. So this is, again, if you're dealing with a coach that specializes in the luxury market, that it is different to how you deal with investors, for example, or certain type of end users, just because of the pricing point, and the high net worth individuals have different way there's different strategies basically you need to be using when dealing with these clients, and what's the best way of breaking into this market, because it's a very competitive market. Everyone wants to work in luxury because the commissions are bigger, right? So it's always good to, if that's one of your aims, is to make sure that the coach is someone who does that. I mean, me, for example, I've been doing real estate for 17 years, over $1 billion dirhams in transactions. That includes what I did in the UK as well as Dubai. In the UK, I was purely doing investment properties and end user properties. Dubai, it's been pretty much luxury in the 10 years I've been here. I originally started selling villas in meadows and lakes. For the first 6 months of being in Dubai, I switched to the Palm, and I've done Palm ever since as well. So the reason I'm telling you that is because you need to make sure that the coach you go for is in line with the kind of goals you have. Lastly, I wanted to touch upon why use a coach. Just a couple of reference points in case you're on the fence of whether a coach is beneficial or not. So number one is the accountability element of it. All coaching programs includes regular checkups, regular follow-ups. The coach will give you certain assignments as well. So there's an accountability from that point of view. A coach would help you business plan, something we just kind of touched upon previously. So coaching program will help agents understand certain business concepts, not just in real estate, but just doing business as a whole, because it is, like I said, it's self-employed. You are running your own business, so you need to know how every area of that business needs to be working as well. They also make you understand who your target audience is. If you're an agent who is target audience, or if you're an agent who is a little bit lost in sense, not quite having an area of specialization, a client of specialization, what a coach can do is they can help you with that in terms of specialization as well. And then depending on what your target audience is, to then use the strategies and actually have strategies in place that are specific to that target audience as well. And the reason I mentioned that is because the third point I was going to mention, which falls into it very nicely, is the fact that the coach will give you a personalized plan. When you go to these seminars and training sessions in general, it's more broad, it's not specific or relevant to yourself. So as a coach, what they can do is they can personalize it for you depending on what your needs and wants are. And then they can help you prioritize the tasks that you need to be doing, what systems need to be in place, what business tools you need to have as well. So that's a huge advantage of having a coach. Coach generally will have access to experience, like I mentioned with myself, with the 17 years experience I have. Any coach that's got a longevity in terms of the industry, in terms of an area, they've already come across different types of clients. So this coach would be able to guide you in terms of answer your questions, offer you insights, feedbacks, recommendations, which is priceless when you look at the bigger picture of it. Sometimes some of the knowledge that they can give you, for you to find that yourself may take time, or there could be a lot of trial and error involved. Whereas with a coach, you can maybe avoid having the errors, because the coach can use his personal experience and connections to assist you on. The other thing a coach generally will do is they will have a huge network of connections. The connections could be brokers, could be developers, could be agents, could be banks, could be clients as well. So when you have a coach, when you're accountable to a coach, when you're telling your coach the kind of deals that you're transacting on, your coach would be able to assist you if it's something that has if it's a deal or a client that you're working on, that he can assist you in terms of if there's a bank involved and someone at the bank, for example. If it's an agency that has a property and he is connected to one of the agents there, or even the company owner, as an example, the coach can help you with his connections. So even if you're a new agent, for example, it does take a long time to build your network. As I say, your network is your net worth. And it's priceless, the kind of network you have. So by having a coach that has the connections, they can, point you in the right directions. They can guide you. They can actually give you some of these clients or connections as well, which again limits the trial and error element of it as well. Point was, a coach generally will make sure that they challenge you. They get you out your comfort zone. Generally, agents want to, or in any industry, people want to kind of stay in their comfort zone. So having a coach with experience who can guide you, who can advise you on certain things, he could suggest something that you personally wouldn't be comfortable with, but with his guidance, with his coaching as well, you know, the fear factor can be, you know, decreased, and by having that element of it, it will get you out of your comfort zone. You might end up doing certain things which you thought you wouldn't do, and it can actually work out very positively. I mean, just to give you an example, I mean, I've only started doing my videos maybe about a month ago. I've never been one for the camera, to be honest. I've never been one for videos. But I've had a real estate coach as well, a regular real estate coach, and that's one of the things that they've told me is I need to get more active, more social, in terms of videos, in terms of getting my exposure, my brand out there, which is why I've started doing the videos myself. So, and you know, the feedback I'm getting from the videos as well has been very good. Now, I would have never have done these videos if it wasn't for someone, a coach, for example, pushing me. So this is, you know, a personal example I'm using here as well. Anyway, guys, I hope you like the video. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. I think it's gone longer than expected, but that's fine. Let me know if you have any comments, any suggestions. These videos I'm doing are for the target audience I have, so please give me feedback on what topics you want. Definitely subscribe, like I said, comment, share the video as well to anyone you think would find it useful. Hope to see you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.